This is a midnight black 2008 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara, no doubt the longest name of any vehicle on the road today. It's four-wheel drive and has four doors. This 3.8 V6 has 202 horsepower, a whopping 237 pounds of torque with a 6-speed manual transmission and overdrive. This particular Jeep is outfitted for the Westport roads, particularly Bedford Street, with a 4-inch lift kit, Rubicon shocks, heavy-duty differential covers, a dual steering stabilizer, and heavy-gauged metal hood latches. And if that doesn't impress you, this AM/FM radio with CD player and a CB radio will keep you entertained as you bounce up and down the streets of Bedford. In my opinion, this Jeep Wrangler is a perfect combination of urban and rural style. It cleans up well, and it doesn't mind having some mud on the tires and getting dirt and mud thrown at it. Just like my guest, Mayor Robin Jones, and my special guest, Rob Roberts. Hi, my name is John, the espresso shot guy, and this is Canadians in Jeeps getting bounced around with coffee. Hey, Rob, how's it going?
Me? I guess I'm okay.
You're okay?
I really thought of it about whether I am or not okay, but I'm ready.
But you're ready? What are you ready for? Are you going to go get coffee with me, Rob?
Yeah, that's what it would be.
So we're going to come pick you up. We'll be there shortly.
All right, fine.
Okay, make sure you got your coffee swag on, and we're going to do a little ride down Bedford.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Hey, Robin, it's John phoning. Are you ready to roll?
Hey, John Pringle, where are we rolling to?
Don't you remember? We're grabbing coffee today, me, you, and Rob Roberts.
Oh, right. Okay, where are you?
I'm down in the Westport Oval office.
Right on. I'll be right down. Can't wait. I need a double-double.
All right, see you in a bit, Robin.
Okay.
Go pick up Rob Roberts. We're at his house, and I grab him, and I'm going to go get some coffee at the Cottage Coffee House, so go grab him.
Grew up here. As a kid, I was here all summer.
Yeah?
It's where
Wow.
my grandparents lived.
That's
So
awesome,
it's kind of
eh?
neat.
So we're going to go get Robin. Are you excited?
Oh, I'm really, really excited. I'm so happy you're allowing me to sit in the front seat.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Y'all in there? All right. We're here at Town Hall in Westport, and I'm going to head in there and grab myself a seat before Robin gets down here. Paul Schneider sits here. Mayor Robin Jones sits here. Jackie Brady, Melissa Sullivan, Barry Card, and Rob Roberts. And actually, Rob is... You walk in here right away, you're busy. They want pictures of you.
Pictures.
They want paperwork. They want emails.
Yeah.
Are you good at keeping up with all this stuff?
No.
No?
I've never...
I thought you said you weren't supposed to admit these things.
Oh, yes. I'm up to date on almost everything about the amount of work I do. It's incredible.
So this is your seat right over here.
That's it.
You want to sit there today when Robin comes down? Or?
Yeah, notice they've raised the seat a little bit for me.
Have you ever sat in Robin's chair?
No, I'm superstitious about that. I wonder if it will confer any of the mayor's abilities and traits if I'm here for maybe 30 seconds.
Let's see.
Meeting is in session.
If you were the mayor, how would you run this? You change it up a little?
Yeah, I would make it very informal. I would not have an agenda.
I like it.
And I would really, in the minutes, I would say, let the minutes reflect that we love each other.
And we had fun.
And had fun.
That's it.
That's it. And the minutes could really be about, what, 2 sentences?
Yeah.
The meeting was started and then adjourned.
Nice.
We had nothing to discuss.
Mad, hootin' tootin' mad about this Bedford Street. When are we going to get this friggin' thing fixed up, Mayor Roberts?
All in due time. We have an application.
I don't care about any applications. I've heard all of these applications. I want results.
I'm sorry, you'll just have to use
I'm not thinking
another
I'm sorry.
street.
I'm
Another
like-
street.
Boy.
That's all we can do.
My wife
We had
likes-
Church Street done the other year. It's a wonderful street. Just try it sometime. You can drive another street for a change. Be
Well-
creative.
What's your opinion on jaywalking in this town? There's a lot of people that don't walk on the crosswalks. They walk diagonally all the time.
Yeah, that might slow traffic down, I think, a bit more.
Yeah, have more people
I would be
stand.
in favor of it. I could deputize you.
Oh, can you?
Mhm.
Okay, I want to be deputized. What do I have
Don't
to
forget.
do? Have to kneel down or something?
Don't forget, dream big.
Dream big.
Yeah. You are now hereby deputized.
Nice.
As a mayor, these are the kinds of things, these are the tough decisions
These are things
you have to make.
Quite a wealth of knowledge, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
You just keep down here. You ever get down here, Robin? Just kind of. Robin's having a meeting, and you just kind of get under here, just have a nap like George Costanza.
Yeah. Has anyone
I hear
seen
what you're saying.
Councillor Roberts?
I hear what you're saying. Not at all. Just
Or-
a black hat like Rob's got. It's like, no, this is promoting Westport. What's it say? Oh, absolutely nothing. It doesn't say anything. We're not for anything. We're not against anything. We're super neutral. Okay, so what's the word I have to say? How do you pronounce this again?
Pecuniary.
Pecuniary. I can't even say it.
And I've tried to
Hey
teach
guys, what's happening?
Hey!
I forgot about our coffee. I look kind of casual.
Sorry, I
Are you?
was a little bit cold.
This is a new mayor, apparently, Rob Roberts.
Oh,
He
my
thought he would
goodness.
take your seat.
I just
Oh,
was trying
good.
out the chair for 3 years from now.
Uh-huh.
And I would have a bigger chair with
Yes.
some gold.
Oh, some gold
That's
on it. Oh,
aspects.
good. Maybe heated chair.
He
'cause
wanted
can
it to
get
hover
cold.
around the room so we could just hover over everybody and see what they're doing.
Good.
That's some great ideas. But you guys ready for coffee?
Yeah.
So let's.
And I know where the best place to get coffee is in the village.
Where's that?
Cottage Coffee.
Cottage Coffee House. Well, let's get coffee.
So this is going to be a fun day.
We'll look at Lockwood Park because you guys did a lot of work there in the last few years, really.
Yeah.
When's the big dog coming back? The big.
So, are we live here?
Yep.
We're square. Yep, we're good.
Yep.
So, when we get to the park, I'll show you that we are making some more additions this spring that'll be in place before July 1st, so the dog's got to move a little bit.
Right.
And the additions are going to be, we applied and received a $10,000 grant from the Aviva, and the grant was for accessible playground equipment. So that doesn't mean that it's limited only to children that have accessibility needs, but it needs to work for everybody. Yes.
If I get the Mariner, can I drive in this?
You can go as far as the crossroads here.
Right here. I can drive right to here.
Because trucks have to come in for deliveries and things
Right.
like that.
But we don't want to let people think
So
that they can
stop for
drive
a
around
moment.
here.
No. To quote
Do not drive in the
the vicar
park.
of Dudley. No. So right beside the natural play structure, we're going to get a top
Yeah.
that kids can spin on. And then on the west side there, backing onto Councillor Card's property, we're going to get swings because you really can't have a park without a swing.
Gotta have swings.
So there'll be 2 swings for adults, there'll be a tot swing, and then there'll be one.
for Rob.
Well, I was just going to say that Councillor Card requested one especially for himself.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
And I don't think it would take them. I think it's for little tots. And then the 4th chair, though, is a much more robust chair that you can strap your children into and
Right.
they can swing. So, and we're going to have changed the ground cover here and have right from the swings to the top the type of ground cover so that children can crawl on, not get any slivers.
Gotcha.
And I'm guaranteed, supposedly, it will be in place by July the 1st when we have the big kickoff here in the park.
Big structures in place. The
July
cenotaph
1st.
right in front of us is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And we have a beautiful ball diamond in Westport. We're lucky to have.
Right, and?
A little bit of controversy about where dogs should be and where they shouldn't be,
Yeah.
but that's...
Well, the dogs are, they've had 6 months as of tomorrow.
There's probably more dogs in town than people.
Well, it's pretty busy off-lead park, but then let's not forget on the other side of the ball diamond,
Oh yes, the basketball court. Yeah.
and there's kids there every day, kids and adults there every day.
And that surface, you just leave it as it is all
Yep.
winter long, and it's good to go.
That's exactly it. Yeah, it's very, very hardy.
You up for a game of one-on-one one day, Rob?
Absolutely.
Okay, because I was thinking a few things that you could do is a basketball tournament with the councillors, but Rob was thinking that Councillors on ice, like an ice capade thing, would be
I
fun.
brought my step stool
Oh,
so I could reach the net.
I think that the counselors on ice would be.
Can you skate, Robin?
I think
Can you
it would
skate?
Be, I can't skate.
Never skated
Well, I did as a teenager,
Yeah.
but I haven't since.
for a long time. Now, did you play
Well,
hockey?
wait a minute.
Did
No,
you
wait,
just-
wait a minute. Not necessarily for that long a time.
Okay.
It's all relative to how long ago I was a teenager.
a couple of years ago?
There you go.
But did you play hockey? Or
I
did
did.
you skate recreationally?
I
You
did both. I skated recreational and I played goalie.
You played goalie.
I did.
So you used to get a lot of shots fired at you.
You know, so there is life as a police officer and life as a politician.
Hey, it's a perfect training camp.
That's right.
And I love these new gates that they're not new, they're newer
No.
again. They were lost for a while, then they came back.
Yeah.
And then somebody has cleaned up this bronze sign,
Exactly.
which looks really sharp.
Yep. So
So-
it's just so inviting to go in there. We still have the area between the fire hall and the Kirkham House. I think we're going to drive by it, and so we're planning the quiet place there. We're thinking of adding benches, gardens, a fountain, so when people want to go someplace quiet and read,
They could do all that.
they could do it all there. Yeah. So either this year or next year that'll get done.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And there is a walking path.
Yes.
So that brings
How long
an
is
older
that path? Is it a
population.
kilometer or
It is. No, it's a quarter of a kilometer, I think.
Yeah.
a quarter of a
A
kilometer?
quarter of a mile. 4 times around is a mile.
Okay.
Sorry, that's our age thing. We still kind of talk in imperial measure.
Yeah. I like Imperial. I'm not a big metrics fan, even though Canada is metric. But when you're doing any work, building anything, it's all or baking or cooking,
Right.
it's all Imperial.
Because we're fed from the.
What a liter? I don't know how much is in a liter. How many?
Oh, do you know what 3,490,000 liters of excess water looks like?
No.
Well, we do, because last week, that's how much we put into the sewage system that was not waste.
That's
that was
crazy, eh?
just groundwater going into sub pumps, and then
But have you accounted for beer consumption?
well,
Because that's an introduction to new water, right?
there you go. But you and I were just talking to the owner of Tangle Gardens and soon to be Lost Penny, and we were talking about beer, weren't we?
Yeah, exactly. So this is Bedford Street, so it's pretty bouncy.
It is pretty bouncy.
You know,
Look, people are taking pictures of the road.
there's people on the road taking pictures.
The bumps, yes.
Well, so Bedford Street, when I became mayor 5 years ago, we were right in the middle of I wouldn't call it a crisis, but we needed to deal with the wastewater system. We were hauling up to hundreds of thousands of dollars of sewage a year to Smiths Falls.
Right, I remember that.
And now we've resolved that, and there's no doubt in anybody's mind that the number one issue is Bedford Street. So we need to compete with other communities for a grant. It's going to be around $2.5 million
$2.5 million.
to reconstruct this road. $2.5 million just for this little stretch. Because we've done the research, we've done a scan below the surface, and we know that just pulling up the top, reshaving it off, and putting a new surface down is not wisely spending the taxpayers' dollars.
What happens if you find like Indian native artifacts, or dinosaur bones? And then you got to stop.
Well, because this road isn't that old, they would have likely have found them the first time through. But if they do, yes, and there's a process in place where the government calls specialists in and they look at it and make some assessments.
I'm gonna go grab a few beer if you don't mind for the moment.
Okay.
We're just spinning around. This is the beer store, Robin.
Yes.
We're just gonna spin around the beer
Okay,
store. I'll go
very
back
good.
down Bedford Street.
Very good. So the grant, there's only one grant this year offered by the federal and provincial government for things like our road here.
Right.
So we've got to get the grant application right. So part of it is to be able to describe, so we can describe underneath the surface. We've got good data that they will get. But we also need to make them understand that we, the users, are really impacted by it. So I've asked people to send me letters that I can include with our grant application so that we personalize our application for the one and only grant this year for infrastructure for roads.
And since I can't write, I thought what a great way to do it is just videotape it.
Well, absolutely, and I want everybody to know that we are doing this for many reasons. One of which is we're sending this video along with our grant application so that they actually get a sense of what it's like to drive down Bedford. What speed are you going?
I am going 25.
There you go, and we're jostling around. I don't want to drink my coffee because I will wear it.
Well, that's it. I mean, that's it. Really, if we're driving down the street, this is what we're dealing with here,
exactly
Robin.
it. That's exactly it.
And I'm trying to hit this camera person here.
We know, council knows fully well how bad this road is, and that's why we are putting 100% effort into getting the grant. John, you and I know the wastewater system cost us so
It
much.
was a huge project to get done.
That we need a grant to do this road. That's just the long and the short of it.
Well, look, cheers for all the hard work
Cheers.
you're doing,
Well,
Robin.
thank you
And
for
same
helping us.
Same with Rob Roberts. I mean, this is a task, and I know you'll get it done. I have confidence in you guys and confidence in the village that it's going to happen. So it's just a matter of getting approved. The powers that be that are watching these videos and reading these letters know that we're sincere in our request for the money. We're not pleading and begging, but we definitely need it.
Right, and we're not. It has nothing to do with the size of our municipality. Needing help to do a road repair like Bedford Street. And it's nice for the government to know that the village is 100% supportive of what we're doing. We don't have anybody divided in the village saying, the number one request should be something else.
Yeah.
Everybody is saying the same thing.
My name is John Pringle, and this episode was Canadians in Jeeps getting bounced around trying to drink their coffee on Bedford Street. Thanks to Mayor Robin Jones and Councillor Rob Roberts for joining me on this epic episode of Espresso Shots as we bounce ourselves down the lovely street of Bedford. Westport, Ontario is one of the jewels of the Rideau Lakes, and our economy is directly tied to tourism and travel. When you can't drive down Bedford Street with your cup of coffee or macchiato and have a conversation with your friend, a councillor, or even the mayor, I'd say we have an issue, and I think that most people would agree. From Espresso Shots, the Cottage Coffee House, and Jake by the Lake, and everybody else who has a business or resides in the village of Westport, we have one simple request. Show us the money!